As we come up on the backside, the mist is just coming up over the Sierra de la Ganchua. And the sea life in the estuaries is really starting to show with the rays and the angels and in the center area, or beginning of Agua Viva, you can see that most all of the towers are up. The cranes are still there, moving the perform wall rapidly. But looks like there's only one or two that don't have towers at this point. And down the pathway between 62 and I guess it's 65, you can see that the third floor towers are already in on two of them and going up on the third and fourth. And looking down the pathway from 60 backwards, you can see there's a lot of the debris that was here in April has been cleaned up and replaced with some of the boards that are used to hold up the second floor. So, and in back, the second floor is actually up with, looks like an electrical meter that has gone in already, or at least the casing for it. And on the side with the water, again the sides are piled with stone as opposed to formal sides. Lots of perform wall stacked up, ready to go in for the other floors of the houses in here. They're pretty well staged, although looks like there isn't a crane over here. In the center section there's still 4 cranes that are moving perform wall at least 6 days a week. Haven't talked to anybody to find out if this is accidental or intentional to clear some of the underbrush. It looks like it's fairly well contained, although that truck was moving yesterday. Interesting to note, across the street from 60, 61 and 62, saw the fire engine leaving town as I was leaving town yesterday, and looks like I see where it went to. I saw smoke coming from this area, but didn't find it until now. And we get to 63, or 60, 61, and 62. All three have all 3 floors up. There's still some perform wall on the sides going up, but there's a lot of progress since April. Now, as we count back, 67 has got the second floor in with a lot of perform wall up on top, getting ready for the finishing of the walls. 66, second floor is in with the tower in. Looks like a large tower. Actually, it looks like it's almost the size of ours. Looks like about 15 feet long. It's huge. 65 also has the tower in, and looks like they're getting ready to put the perform wall in for the third floor sidewalls, the low-lying walls. 68's got the inside, or actually the second floor being held up to dry. The interior walls are starting to look like they're being formed as well. Now 71 has got the second floor going up. 70 is just with some rebar. 69, the interior walls are just now going up. And 55 has a second floor that's in and framed with the wrought iron rebar in place to put the third floor tower in. So that's a long way from where it was in April. However, starting with 74 and heading on down to 60, there's been a lot of progress in the last couple months. Just from the last time I was here, you can see the towers of 60, 61, and 62 in the background there. As you can see in the 28 and up area, going up into 50s and 60s, there's some construction, but there hasn't been much progress. On the western side, it appears that the banks are piled with rocks on top of each other, unlike the other side where it's a little more formal, stacked bricks, pretty much of the same material. The staging areas have got the stone for the estuaries piled up in mass, and now that they have cranes to move it, they move an awful lot of rock at one time. Makes construction go very, very quickly. For a Sunday morning, the Paseo is very quiet, unusual as it may seem during the week when it's very, very crowded. Now across the way on the western side, the walls are just starting to go in to the estuaries. Out closer to the water, you can see the drainage ditches that are being put in and the gravel for drainage that'll be on the golf course. And the rock work ends, but the water continues past the construction where the bridge will be, and then all the way out almost to the ocean. There's still a piece of land in between the estuary and the ocean. In the background for the 60 series, you can see the towers that are already up on 60, 61, 62. On the middle edge, you can already see the stairs that are going in, and they're well along. The work on the estuary is coming along really well. The walls on one side are pretty much complete. The 10 series of Agua Viva is coming along. The middle section, actually behind this area, has all its towers up,